what do these letters of LGBTQIA plus mean? Well, there's not a test for this. And you may roll your eyes a little bit and say, why do we need all those letters? Well, okay, you can roll your eyes and say that. You don't have to agree with it. You don't have to feel like you have to get every one. And if somebody wants to identify that way, I'm here for it. I want people to identify in the way that they want to. And I want to be a supportive ally. So I'm happy to learn some more. And it doesn't make me good or bad if I don't remember the right pronoun or I don't remember the right flag color. Nobody's going to give me marks off on that. But I like being able to be in the conversation and support people who need that support when the rest of the world is bashing on them. Now, for many years, the umbrella term gay was used to describe the whole community. But once the acronym appeared, for a while it was GLBT, or GLB. For a while it was just gay, lesbian, and bisexual. But the L became an important starter for a really important reason. In the early days of the gay rights movement, the lesbian community often felt left out or rejected, and I can say that sometimes that is still true today. This led to a strong division within the community, and lesbians sometimes felt like they were second class in the movement. But during the AIDS crisis of the 80s and 90s, thousands of gay men were disowned by their families after contracting AIDS. The lesbian community came together to care for men with this illness as members of the community. And as a gesture of gratitude and support, the acronym was set in stone with the L coming first, LGB. I love that story. I didn't know that. And I think it's really tender, and it talks about the history. There's a lot of history in here. So we know that lesbian is lesbian. Some girls like girls. The gay is gay. Some boys like boys. The bi is some girls like girls, some girls like boys, some girls like neither. Some boys like boys, some boys like girls, some like neither. Right? That's the bi. Is that pretty close?
Some like both.
And some like both. Right, right.
Don't make us choose.
Right, don't make us choose. All right. The T was was added to include our trans siblings in the early 2000s. So the T, it was LGBT for many years, and then Q was added in 2016, and that was a reclamation of the word queer. Queer was used as an insult for a long time, right? You know it. And to reclaim that word became a political statement. Yes, what was the chant? We're here, we're queer, get used to it. Right, so reclaiming that word. So the differences, right, like understanding the pride flags can feel very confusing at first. It doesn't matter if you don't get them all right. All right, we got those. Come on, Kelly, just keep going. The queer can also stand for questioning, right? There are lots of categories here, and you may not feel like you fit exactly in a category, or you may feel like you're moving from one to the other. So the Q can also stand for questioning. The I, LGBTQI, stands for intersex. Individuals who are born with both male and female chromosomes or sex characteristics. Intersex individuals are not trans by definition. They might be, but they're not by definition. Their identities are often erased and shamed. Now, not all intersex people identify with LGBTQIA+, meaning they may not feel like they're a part of this community, but they do exist in the world. The A stands for asexual, sometimes shortened to ACE. And these people don't feel sexual attraction at all. They may still feel romantic. They might date or have long-term partners or even get married. They may choose to engage in sexual activities or only have sex under certain circumstances. Asexuality is a spectrum, like all gender and sexuality identities within this umbrella. Meaning, once again, there's no one right way to be ace or lesbian or gay or trans or bi. It's all within this gorgeous, gorgeous umbrella. Plus. Then there's the plus. A plus sign at the end of LGBTQIA+, meaning anyone who is not listed in the acronym but still identifies as part of the community. These can include people who identify as two-spirit. Two-spirit. That comes from the indigenous community, people who I think mostly thought of as trans or depends.
There's this idea that trans is a very white, Western, colonial category, and that these genders existed in indigenous contexts long before white folks got there.
Did you hear that? That trans is considered a white, Western category that comes out of colonialism of this country, and that two-spirit recognizes that people of ability to switch between gender and sexuality existed for millennia before. Have I got that kind of right? Okay. Non-binary, you do not identify the binary, right, male, female. You don't identify on either one of these ends. You're just a human being somewhere in here. Pansexual, attracted to persons of any sexuality. Demisexual, I don't know that I get demisexual. Get up here,
Yeah,
come on.
Okay. See, you knew what was going to happen.
I know.
So demisexual refers to people who only experience sexual attraction under very specific circumstances, and it's usually when they have a strong emotional tie with somebody, like they really have to get to know somebody, and that might even vary. And then there are demi-romantic people who don't even necessarily feel romantic attraction until they really, really know somebody.
Okay.
Yeah, sometimes it gets subsumed under the ace umbrella sometimes, but if you want to start a fight, you can throw that question out in a room full of demi and ace people and let them fight it out.
Oh, okay, all right, good. There are many more gender identities, gender and sexual identities in the LGBTQIA+ community, and our understanding of ourselves and others is ever changing and evolving.